Good morning. Good morning to third BCom Computers and General students. Subject is banking theory and practice, and today's topic is about collecting banker. So I welcome all the students to concentrate on the class and listen the class properly. So today we are going to discuss about the collecting banker. A collecting banker is one who undertakes to collect the amount of a check for his customer from the paying banker. A person who is taking or accepting the check from the other person, the opposite person, on behalf of his customer. Who is the customer here? The person who is having the account in his bank comes and the customer, and the paying person is the person who is coming and giving the check here. A banker is under no legal obligation to collect the checks. Means banker is not having the right to accept all the types of the checks on behalf of his customer drawn up other banks for a customer. Even in modern banks, a banker performs his duty because no customer will be satisfied merely without the function of the payment of checks alone. So banker is going to satisfy his customer by doing all the types of such services like accepting the checks, providing the extraordinary services to his customer. Moreover, in case of crossed check, there is no other alternative to collect the checks except through some banker. In rendering such services, a banker should be careful. So when he is accepting the check, the banker should be fully careful. So there may be a forgery of the check. Okay, there may be account number may be wrong, the amount written in words is different, and in numbers is numerical terms is completely different. So he should check out all these responsibilities and he should accept the check. Okay, so he is answerable to a number of persons with whom he has no contractual relationship, and any negligence or carelessness on his part may land him to in difficulties. Means if he is not checking all this and not accepting the responsibilities, so he is going to face different types of problems on behalf of the customer. That's the point he's telling. So there is a statutory protection according to section 131 of Negotiable Instrument Act. A banker who has in good faith and without negligence received payment of a customer for a check crossed check generally or especially to himself shall not, in case the title to the check proves defective, incur any liability to the true owner of the check by reason only of having received such payment. So what is telling section 131 protects whom it is protecting? Collecting banker it is protecting. Against which cases? An action of conversion. So what is conversion? Conversion is a wrongful interference or meddling with the goods of another. So here during the case of conversion, he is going to get the protection. Who is getting the protection? Collecting banker is getting the protection. So I repeat the word or meaning conversion. Conversion means interference. Example, taking or destroying the goods or exercising some control over them in a way that it is inconsistent with the ownership of the ownership. So they are creating some inconvenience to the goods. What are goods here? Bills of exchange, check or promissory note. These three things comes in the goods here. So if any negligence is has been done, any mistake has been done, any conversion may be made, it may be made innocently. Conversion may be committed innocently also. Conversion is a wrong that renders a person committing in personal liability. This liability exists even when a person acts merely as an agent. So because of conversion which is made wrongly, unknowingly, the collecting banker is going to get the protection. If for the conversion is going to get the protection, for the conversion is going to get the protection according to section 82. Conversion is going to get the protection under section 82 of Bills of Exchange Act of 1882. I repeat once again, for the word conversion, for the wrongly accepted bills of exchange, check and promissory note, he is going to get the protection under section 82 of Bills of Exchange Act of 1882, whereas if for the crossed check and the specified check, he is going to get the protection under section 131 of the Negotiable Instrument Act of 1881. For conversion is 1882, section 82. For crossed checks and specialized checks is under section 131, Act is 1881. So banker's liability, banker is also liable for such mistakes which is committed by him. So the checks may be crossed check. he is going to, means in which case he is going to get the protection is mentioned here. The checks he collects must be crossed check. He must collect such crossed checks only for his customer as an agent and not as a holder for check. For check, he must collect such crossed checks in good faith and without negligence. So crossed check only he is going to get the protection. That is in case of open check. It is not absolutely necessary for a person to seek the service of the bank. So a banker, when collecting such type of checks, that is an open check in which his customer has no title, becomes liable for the conversion. He is not going to get the protection under the open check. Who is not going to get the protection? Collecting banker is not going to get the protection. Protection can be claimed only for those checks which are crossed before they reach the hands of the banker. So for the crossed checks, for the specifically mentioned checks only, he is going to get the protection. Collecting banker is going to get the protection. Suppose the collector on behalf of the customer as an agent for good faith, he is acting as an agent, okay, or he is acting as a holder on due course. What is the meaning of acting as an agent? In practice, no banker credits a customer account. Generally, banker is not having the right to credit the customer's account unless and until he receives the check on behalf of this particular person. He collects a check on behalf of the customer, so he cannot acquire any right of the holder for value. Means he can't give the guarantee of that particular check also unless and until it is going to be credited. This is because he cannot have a title better than that of customers himself. So customer is liable for giving the title, but the banker is not having any right to give the title. So a collecting banker cannot choose the capacity in which he wants to act as his person. He means banker is not having any right, or he can't take the capacity. He will be regarded as an agent only. So during collecting, if a banker in his capacity as an agent collects a check which belongs to some other person to the account of his customer, he will be held liable. So what is repeated here is, suppose as an agent who is collecting banker is collecting the check on behalf of the other person, or the other person for his customer, means if any mistake is done, he is going to be responsible. So stranger checks, he can't give any guarantee, he is liable. So also if they collect the checks for other person and other customer also, he is going to be under the liability. In good faith, if you see, in case of good faith, in order to get the protection under section A, collecting banker must act in good faith and without negligence. This applies to the whole transaction from receipt of check from the customer to the receipt of the proceeds from the payment banker. The question of good faith is very material because joint banks do not act otherwise than in good faith. So banks are not going to accept unless there is a good faith in the check. But the matter of negligence is great importance. Negligence plays a very important role because collecting banker is going to take the responsibility or paying liability. Hence the term negligence has been discussed under the separate heading later in this chapter. Suppose collection on behalf of the customer as an agent. Collecting on behalf of the customer as an agent means the above protection can be claimed by a banker only for those checks collected by him as agent of his customer. If he acts as a holder of value means what? Banker is acting as a guarantee. Means it is called as a holder of the value. Or for whom is acting as a guarantee? For the customer, he is acting as a guarantee. So how can we say this point with an example? Suppose check came. Without the check credited into the account, if he encashes the check and gives the money to some other person, then he is called as a holder in value. Who is holder in value now? Collecting banker is in holder value. If he acts as a holder for value, he will acquire a personal interest in them. Suppose he is collecting banker is acting as a holder in value, means he is having some special interest on that particular customer. He will not be protected. Who will not be protected? Collecting banker may not be protected. That is, if the stranger for whom he collects a check has no title, then the banker will be liable for it, for the conservation. Suppose crossed checks only means statutory protection can be claimed. Crossed checks means statutory protection can be claimed by the collecting banker only for crossed checks. It is so because in case of open check, it is not absolutely necessary for a person to seek the service of the bank. So banker, when collecting a open check in which customer has no title, becomes liable. Suppose the banker is collecting the open check means banker is liable for that. So he should check out these all things. In extension, protection extended to dividends, warrants, drafts, etc. In England, Section 95 of Bills of Exchange Act offers statutory protection to a collecting banker against the true owner in case of dividend warrants which can be crossed. So crossed one only he can act as a guarantee, but not other cases he can't act as a guarantee. The Bills of Exchange Amendment Act of 1932 extends protection to a bank drafts. So Bills of Exchange Act of which year 1932 is giving a protection. For which case it is giving the protection? Banker's draft, it is giving the protection. This rule applies to India as well. This is applied only for in India. In India, the negotiable instrument protects a banker when he collects dividends, warrants, bank drafts and similar papers. This protection is extended to checks bearing not negotiable crossing. So if the negotiable crossing is there, only the checks are going to be accepted. Next, for rights, duties of the collecting banker, if you see, then duty of the collecting banker. Okay, first and the foremost point is a collecting check drawn against the exercise reasonable care and diligence in his collection work. When a banker collects a check for his customer, he acts only as an agent of the customer. First point, what is telling is, meaning I am telling, when the banker is taking the check on behalf of his customer, he is acting only as a agent but not customer in due course. As an agent, he should exercise reasonable care, importance, skill in collection work. He should observe utmost care when presenting a check or a bill of payment. Reasonable care should be taken in such cases. Second point, present the check for collection without any delay. The banker must present the check for payment. If there is a delay in presentation, the customer may suffer losses due to the insolvency of the drawer or insolvency of the banker. In such all cases, the banker should bear the loss. So because of insufficiency or losses to the customers, the banker should immediately submit the checks. Third point, notice to customer in case of dishonor of the check. If the check he collects being dishonored, he must inform to his customer without any delay. The negotiable instrument has prescribed a reasonable time for giving the notice of dishonor. If he fails to do so, consequently any problem arises or any loss arises, the collecting banker is going to face the problem. Within the specified time according to Negotiable Instrument Act, he should inform that why the check has been dishonored. Next, fourth point, present the bill for acceptance at an early date. As per Section 61 of Negotiable Instrument Act, a bill of exchange must be accepted. According to which section? According to Section 61 of Negotiable Instrument Act, a bill of exchange can be accepted by the bank. Acceptance gives an additional currency to the bill. Suppose the bill is accepted, they are going to get extra charges from the bills of exchange. Moreover, in case of a bill of exchange payable after sight, acceptance is absolutely essential to fix the date of maturity. So when the date of maturity is mentioned on the bill of exchange, they should check out and then they should accept the bill. Moreover, if a banker undertakes to collect the bills, it is his duty to present them for acceptance at any early date. Sooner a bill is presented, not get accepted early in its maturity. So what is happening? When the bill has been collected, you should check the date and you should also give the information that when the bill is going to be get matured. Usually bills will be presented for acceptance on the same day on which it is received or the next working day. So when the bills of exchange is accepted by the bank, when they are giving for collection on the same day or the next day of the bank hours. If the drawer is not within the banker's call, he must present through his agent. Suppose if is not, the people who are liable in that bill are not giving the response, means immediately he should go to the agent or the sent through the registered post. Okay. Next point, that is the fifth point, present the bill of for payment. The banker should present the bill for the payment in proper time and at proper place. If he fails to do so and if any loss occurs to the customer, then the banker will be liable. According to section 66 of Negotiable Instrument Act, a bill must be presented for the payment on maturity. As per section 21, side bills are payable on demand. Section 22, on maturity. Demand, what is the meaning of on demand? When they are asking you, when they are requesting you, you should present the bill. That is according to section 21. Section 22 is maturity of the bills. What is the maturity of the bills? A date of completion, date of promise is going to complete means maturity. According to section 22, that is. Okay, so within 3 days and grace 3 days are given after the maturity. Within these 3 days, the person should pay the cash. Thus, the rules for calculating the maturity dates are given. So, maturity dates after 3 days they start calculating. That is 23, 24, and 26 sections of Negotiable Instrument Act are giving this 3 grace days, and extra time. Next point, protest the note for a foreign bill. Foreign non-acceptance. Even in case of dishonor of a bill by the non-acceptance or non-payment, it is a duty of the collecting banker to inform the customer immediately. In case of dishonor, it is a responsibility of the banker to inform to its customer that the bill has been dishonored. He returns the bill to the customer. Generally, he should return the bill to the customer. In the absence of specific instruction, collecting banker do not get the inland bill noted and protested for dishonor. If the bill is in question happens to a foreign bill, the banker should have been protested and note by notary public and then forward to the customer. So thank you students. Please concentrate on the class. It is one of the important topic for the final examination. Please stay at home, stay healthy and concentrate on all the classes. Please revise the topic as soon as it is explained to you. Suppose if you are not able to revise, please keep this video and maintain the notes and complete the notes. Please do revision at home. Please don't waste the time, because exams are going to be held suddenly by the university. So whenever the exams are going to be held, you should be ready to face the examination. So I request all the students to concentrate on the classes, maintain the notes, try to understand, and if you have any doubts, please connect us in Zoom classes, live Zoom classes, whenever we have according to the timetable. Thank you very much.
Message చూసినా TPRDC message.
ఇది ఎందుకు?
Update teaching diaries, registers. Then no one should come after 10. No one should ask permissions.
వీడియోస్ అసలు 2 క్లాసులు రికార్డ్ చేసిన మేడం. ఎందుకు ఏమోరో అన్ని వీడియోలు ఇప్పుడు మీరు పంపించిన ఫొటోస్ అన్నీ తీసేసిన, అయినా కానీ అప్లోడ్ అవుతలేదు, అయినా కానీ రికార్డ్ అవుతలేదు. 2 క్లాసెస్
స్టోరేజ్ వస్తుందా మళ్ళీ? వీడియోస్ తీసేయండి, గ్యాలరీలో వీడియోస్ తీసేయండి.
failed to play video. An unknown error has been occurred. సేమ్ క్లాస్ 2 times రిపీట్ చేసిన మళ్ళీ.
స్టోరేజ్ లేదు, గ్యాలరీలో వీడియోలు ఉంటాయి కదా మేడం.